another video. I had a couple people asking me to do kind of a walk around of the car or a review of the Aristo in general, so figured I would kill two birds with one stone now that I've owned the car for about 7 months. So we're on our way up to the spot right now, and we'll do a walk around of everything I got done to it. And yeah, see you guys there. Struggle, bro. Hopefully it doesn't close before I get in the car. Alright guys, we made it to the location. Here is my 1997 Toyota Aristo V300 Vertex edition. I've owned this car now about 7 to 8 months, since June of 2023, however long that's been. But I've loved it. I don't know why these cars aren't more popular. I feel like there should be a lot more content on YouTube about these cars, you know, given the platform and the chassis and the tunability, but you know, I'm gonna do my part here. So yeah, these cars are equipped with the 2JZ GTE VVT-i that's in the Mark IV Supra turbos, which we did not get in this chassis in the US. So, I mean, it's a peach to drive. Transmission in this thing is also the same as the automatic Mark IV Supra twin turbos. It's gonna be the A340e 4-speed transmission. It's a pretty good transmission. I had the GS, I haven't made a video on that one, but I've had my GS for about 2 years, almost 3 years prior to owning this one, and those have 5 speeds. So I got fairly used to having the 5-speed. This one, you can definitely tell the gears are longer to compensate, but it's not that bad. It's gonna get 6 speeds swapped anyway, eventually. That's the goal anyway. A little bit about what's done to my car specifically. You guys saw me install this one in the last video. It's HKS Super Power Flow filter. And then we have the HKS Sequential 4 blow-off valve. Recently did this Koyorad copper radiator. That's pretty much it up here. I do have some audio work, which I'll get into later. Exhaust work. This thing is pretty much straight piped other than the downpipe cat. It came with the TRD Sportivo catback, which deletes the little resonator that they have there. And then I actually deleted those mufflers. It just wasn't loud enough for me, so got rid of those. We have TRD Sportivo springs and struts. Those are a factory option too, I believe. So it's pretty cool to have those on this car. Whoever ordered this car from factory had good taste for sure. I was actually looking for this spec for a little while. I wanted the slick top, which is a very rare option in the US, like extremely rare. I've only seen a couple of them. The Aristos, it's not that rare, but I did want a slick top. I did not want the factory, the big screen, the factory navigation screen, because just makes it a little tougher to add in my own stuff, and that was a big deal for me. And it had the cloth seats. I did not want the leather. This is the suede, which we did not get here, and it's endlessly more comfortable. I love these seats. It's weird why I mean, I guess, you know, Lexus being upscale, but yeah, these seats are way more comfy than my GS seats. I put this Apple CarPlay head unit in there. This was from my old GS. I personally like having a good system. All these are done. These are 6.5 components up front, 6.5 coaxials in the rear. And I'll show you guys my trunk. It's just a little 12-inch Rockford setup, but I personally love having a good system, so that had to be done right away. Don't mind the messy wiring, but I do need to clean that up still. But yeah, that pretty much covers my audio system. I mean, this car is a blast to drive. Within the first week of having this car, I took it up to San Francisco. I live in the Phoenix area, so it's about 12 to 13 hour drive, and I mean, it handled it perfectly. These cars do fly under the radar beautifully, which I love. You know, there's no giveaway of them being boosted. There's no turbo badges. There's no front mount intercooler. If you know, you know kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, this thing's caught a couple people by surprise for sure. It's one thing to pull up in a, you know, a Scat Pack or a 5.0 or something like that. You know it's gonna be quick, but this, nobody expects it. I do get asked why, you know, why this car. Personally, I've always wanted a right-hand drive car. I feel like that was a goal for me. So, you know, this was a way into that. Also, you know, I owned a GS for about 2.5 years, a GS 300. And I love that car. I mean, the chassis balance, how comfortable it is, the space in it. It just, everything worked for me. So I figured this kind of puts it all together along with the turbo motor. You know, it just seemed like too good of a deal. You know, single turbo, and these things are making 400 to 500 to the wheels. So I'm not really tripping about power, you know, tunability. I just think they look good. It's just kind of like that 04 rich kind of era of styling, which I can't get enough of. I mean, like, come on. It's a rear wheel drive, Toyota, big body, turbo, inline six sedan. There's not much more a man could ask for, really. These Aristos do have rear wheel steering, so it might be a little tricky if you're trying to preserve that. Me personally, I'm looking to get rid of that pretty much as soon as possible. I'm gonna be taking apart the suspension and refreshing everything, so that just gets swapped with the GS subframe, and then it's typical GS stuff. So gas mileage wise, I mean, you're looking at a twin turbo inline six, so it's not gonna be great. I probably get average about 15 to 16, but I'm not nice to the turbos. So depending on how you drive, I mean, that's pretty much with any car. But yeah, I mean, overall thoughts, I love the car, would definitely buy again. This car is gonna be so good with the 6-speed. I can already imagine, you know, it's already fun enough with the 4-speed. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Pretty much got everything that I had planned to talk about out the way. If you guys have any more questions about the car, about these cars in general, or if you want to see any more videos, definitely let me know. And I'm happy to make more videos, talk with you guys in the comments. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video.